Hello and welcome everyone to the STEMementary course. I'm your lead instructor, Josh Rebels. And for those of you that know me already, you probably know me because of my involvement as an education outreach specialist at the NASA Independent Verification and Validation Facilities Education Resource Center, which is located in Fairmont, West Virginia. And so my colleague, Emily Helton, is co-instructor for this course and works with me at the ERC, and we're super excited to bring you guys STEMementary. And so we hope that you get out of this class a lot of really fun, engaging science activities to do with your students. We hope that you learn ways to deliver science content with instructional strategies as well. And so we're here to revitalize you and to help you really look forward to teaching next school year. And so what should you expect while you're taking this class? Well, there's going to be 5 days filled with fun science activities and strategies. And each one of those days will focus on a particular approach to teaching science to grade school students. And so what you'll do at the end of the day, you'll go and reflect on the journal entries in our Google Classroom on each of those topics that we went through for the day. And then each day we'll also have a virtual class Zoom meeting from 3 to 4 p.m. And that's where we'll discuss things from the content and also answer any questions that you have on the content. So day number 1, we're going to talk about the nature of science. And so I'll begin by explaining the 9 different keys to teaching the nature of science as explained by William McComas in his article on the keys to teaching the nature of science. And then I'm going to use some simulations from the PHET website to illustrate how you can use science to directly teach those nature of science attributes. And then we're going to also use science to teach math. And so there's going to be a lot of chemistry and physics content that we go through on day number 1, as well as the nature of science. Day number 2 is going to be on the science process skills. So we'll start by identifying the different types of science process skills and how you use them. And then we'll specifically go through some examples using the Echo the Bat story. And so through using that story, you'll learn to distinguish the difference between observations and inferences, which are 2 of the science process skills. And then also we'll practice our measuring and classifying 2 other science process skills with a butterfly chromatography lab, which I think you'll have a lot of fun doing. And so through this day, you'll be learning a lot about ecosystems, chemistry, and remote sensing. Day 3 is all about communicating in science. And so we're going to go over writing strategies for writing in the science field, also using science activities and labs to emphasize math concepts. And so we'll be constructing graphs, analyzing data, and communicating the meaning of these charts and concepts through scientific writing. And so in terms of content, we'll be doing a lot of Earth's water resources and geology that day. Day 4 is Technology Thursday. And so Emily Helton is our specialist in our office on Scratch Junior, Scratch, and CS First, which I believe are all very immersive experiences that students have with technology and coding in particular. And so you'll learn how to code your own digital story, and to help your students write digital stories, you'll participate in a coding version of a game called Math Maze. And you'll also will learn just a lot of computer science content through each of these platforms, thanks to Emily. And then on day 5, we'll cover the science practices, which I like to call scientific inquiry. And so I'll teach you the 4 different levels of scientific inquiry. And then we'll do some examples of lab activities that illustrate inquiry practices that your students would authentically be engaging in the inquiry process. And so we'll be doing motions of the sky, we'll do the growth of bean plants, and so you're going to learn a lot about astronomy and life science as well. All right, and so all of this leads up to you creating a product of implementation. And so your goal is to make something that you're going to implement with students in the fall. And so that could be you twisting a math activity by using science to teach the math. Maybe you'll have a particular reading unit that you like that you think leads towards science instruction. And so you'll incorporate a lesson on science practices with your reading unit. And maybe you'll just try something where maybe you're already doing science activities really well and you want to directly teach the nature of science with one of them. Or maybe you want to step it up and try creating your own inquiry lab or doing an inquiry lab for the very first time in your classroom so that you can see how students can engage in it. Okay, and so after you've created it and have implemented it, you will share your product in the fall during our virtual class Zoom meetings. which will likely be at the same time, 3 to 4 p.m., but we will vote on it in the Google Classroom. And so sharing your opportunity with others is really good because they might like it and try it. And also you can tell us how kids responded to the thing that you tried. And so I really look forward to seeing what you all create and what you share in those meetings. Okay, so moving forward, after you've registered for this course, you'll receive an invite from me to join the Google Classroom. If you've yet to receive that invitation, you either need to email me at jrevels@fairmontstate.edu and let me know that you're not in the course for some reason, or you can go into the website yourself at the Google Classroom website and enter this join code, and you'll be added to our course. I've already added our syllabus, so you can go there, read it, and let me know if you have any questions about our class. I look forward to working with you all throughout this course, and please just stay in contact either through the classroom or by emailing me so that I know that you need help or if something's going on.